throughout your life, of course, you've been an engineer, you've studied engineering, you are an entrepreneur, you've done multiple things. Have you ever in your life wondered if there's more than one path for you?
When I was young, actually, to be honest, as a child, I was always thinking that I want to explore my full potential as Sara in this lifetime, at least. And to be honest, I've been seeing all the success stories of cousins, friends, kids of friends and stuff, that people has to follow a certain path to be successful. So I think it's same in Pakistan. So you have to be an engineer or a doctor or a lawyer to be perceived successful.
Yeah.
So I kind of get on this trap because you want to please your parents, you want to please the family, you want to please people around you. But at some point I was like, okay, maybe one day I'll explore something else once I check these boxes. That was the thing. But I was like trying to be diplomatic with my desires and also my parents and family desires for me, let's say.
So because you've been in Morocco and Paris and MENA region and all of this space, was there this desire to get to know people from different cultures that came later on, or was this an early curiosity?
Actually, we are very big travelers since I was very young with my parents. We traveled across all Morocco, and even Morocco is like very diverse as a country. Even it's like we are much smaller than Pakistan, but the north of Morocco is not the center, it's not the south. It's like very diverse in terms of landscape, in terms of even way of living, a little bit cultural differences also across the country. So I had this instilled with my parents. It's like really traveling, exploring, meeting people. So it was something that they were grown up with. And to be honest with you, I was so excited when I quit Morocco the first time to really be able to discover. For me, it was like discovering the world. So I moved to France in 2015. And it was for me like a new chapter opening, because I was having all Europe opening up to me.
Absolutely.
To be able to travel around. And I remember even I just arrived, I checked in the campus of my school. And I even didn't have a bank account, neither a card, nothing. I just traveled 1 week to Lisbon straight away with just like some cash. I was so like thirsty of like exploration and discovering, as you said, like cultures, people, heritage of different countries. So it's something that really, and I still have in it. Sometimes I even suffer from it because like it's too much. So like, I just calm down. You don't have to move around a lot.
And what drew you to? So I'm really curious to know what drew you to. Like you did say, it was probably parents' pressure, but what drew you to the world of engineering? Was there a knack for it or any interest?
Actually, I was good in math and physics, to be honest. So engineering was kind of very obvious path to choose. And as I told you, there's like kind of unconscious choice that you think you are choosing, but you're not.
Yeah.
That I was hearing my parents, oh, mashallah, this girl has done engineering, blah, blah, blah. Or this boy has done engineering, like of their friends' kids. And unconsciously, I think as a kid, when you are 15, 16, 17, you have this registered in your mind somewhere, like, okay, to please my parents and to be perceived successful, let's say, I need to go to that path. So for me, it's a mix of both. That's why engineering, and that's why I choose industrial engineering to be as wide as possible, because I didn't want to specify to mechanical or electrical or stuff. And I love problem solving also. So that's for me the main thing why I was like, okay, it's like it was the least risky choice, let's say. And industrial engineering is very wide, so you can do very different things in your career, like from supply chain to manufacturing to international trading or whatever. So it was like for me very wide. I didn't want to engage to something very narrow.
And you completed your education in Paris by 2016, 17?
2016, exactly. 2016.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. 2016. So I was 23.
Okay, wow. And what was the plan then? Like, what did you feel like doing? Because I can just imagine a young girl in France.
Yeah. Actually, I think my situation was a little bit like all the the foreigner who are in a country. So you need to work the first year to get your documents, residency card, blah blah blah. So it's a kind of for constraints, but it's not that bad. I mean, at some point you want to have your first salary. You are excited to have your first job contract. So I started my first job was in a nuclear plant.
Okay, wow.
Because I wasn't having that chance to do it in Morocco. We have no nuclear plant in Morocco. So it was a nuclear plant because I was a little bit obsessed with the nuclear physics. So I worked for almost 9-10 months with the biggest provider of electricity in France and Europe. It's called EDF. And I enjoyed it. It was a first great experience, to be honest, like hands-on the corporate life.
Yeah.
Then I moved to automotive industry with Renault, mainly manufacturing and project management of the industrial plants. And then once I got stabilized, again, I mean, this curiosity of discovering the world came back. And I took 6 months off backpacking Southeast Asia.
Oh, wow.
So I just
How
took
was
like
that
one
like?
flight, Paris, Kuala Lumpur, and traveled like to more than 10 countries.
Oh, wow.
Maybe 25 or 30 city for 6 months. My parents went crazy. They didn't imagine that I would just resign and leave a job, because the other generation, they were like just kind of very keen on having just that job contract and just take it and never leave it and have what were you looking for? I mean, you have a salary, you have this, you have that, you have like a contract that's with a big company. What you want?
Yeah. I'm just curious, what made you let go of that security and safety and just throw yourself?
I'm a
in?
risk taker. I'm a risk taker. For me, life, I mean, and I will tell this to all the young people watching us. I mean, life is an adventure. You need to live it fully. You need to go. You need to dare to do different things, because doing normal stuff won't bring you much growth, won't bring you much adventures, won't be, for me, it doesn't bring me joy at all. Once I got a little bit bored, I need to jump to something else. So once I got settled, that admin part, let's say, I was having like I remember I got my residency card of 4 years. So I mean, like, I'm kind of free to do whatever I want. And it was in May, and I think I resigned and I flew on end of July. So like 2 months later, I was flying to this trip.